Hi, kindergartners. It's Mr. Farron again, and I just want to remind you, what's this? Not a hat rack. Let me put a hat on, though. Which hat should I put on, you guys? Should I put on the goofy academic guy hat or the dude that's from the country hat? Well, good to see you, students. We're going to talk a little bit about class next week. On Monday, I've brought you some bags. So we're going to put I've been looking through your notebooks, and we've got bags for you to carry your notebooks in that are kind of cool. Yep, and in our notebook bags, we're going to have you have the chance that way to bring something if you want, just to keep it in there, and because some of your books, the pages are falling apart a little bit unnoticed. And so, if you will, now I'll do my academic nerd hat for you, because remember, this is not just a hat rack. I'm using my brain too. We all need to do that. Where's my tail? Oh, here we go. I think you need to put that right in front of your nose. I think that's the way you're supposed to do it. Oh, well, students, as I say, what we're going to do is you're going to get bags to go with your notebooks when you come to class. And there's going to be a bag that's a special bag with a red-tailed hawk on it. And I'm going to give it to each student once more before the year's over, perhaps. And you can take it home. And something you've been interested in teaching us. Doesn't have to be a great brain idea, but just any kind of thing that you want to teach us about. Something you know about in your family. Something you've learned about. Let's try not to have them be the exact same things we've been doing. Let's go on to new things. And so we're going to, kind of like a show and tell book, but it's going to be about things you've learned. Or if you want, you could bring a super object of mystery. And so that'll be a tan bag that we'll rotate who takes it home and what they bring back. We might just about have time for everybody to do it once. You can still keep bringing objects of mystery. So in your notebooks, you're going to get them back Monday. Again, I note that you're thinking about really good things. And so what I'd like you to do this next time, when you get your notebooks back, for the next time I look at them, I want you to say, this is what I've learned. And pick something that you've learned that's really interesting, or that you are learning about. And for some of you, that's been sharks. That's been all kinds of different things. And now, on this coming Monday, we're going to do the Navajo a little bit and learn a little bit more about the Navajo and just a little bit more about their way of life. We're going to finish up looking at recycling and seeing how that works. Were you surprised, or will you be surprised, that a magnet can pick up metal, but aluminum isn't magnetic? But with a giant magnet, you can make it vibrate inside or create what's called eddy currents inside the aluminum, and it'll jump, if it's a really powerful magnet, jump right off of a conveyor belt. And so we'll make sure we see that video again and talk a bit more about that. Of course, we're going to start on Chapter 6 of The Magic Treehouse, or Dinosaurs After Dark, I think is the title. And we're going to see if the pteranodon isn't just going to pluck off both kids' heads and eat them, maybe. No, that would be awful. I'm sorry I said that. The pteranodon's going to probably wind up being their friend. But if you ever see a pteranodon, or as I said before, a dog you don't know, don't approach them without your family. So if you see a dinosaur, make sure your dad or mom is there before you pet it, all right? And the same with a dog. We're also going to just look a little bit more at the next step. Some of you have asked some good questions, and there's two that we can take up, and we'll do them in this order. How do planes fly? The answer is very fast, or through the air. But how? How does it work? They're heavier than air. How does it all work? Well, there's all kinds of interesting principles involved, and we'll just look at them, and maybe what we'll do after that is we'll make a paper airplane flying contest where we'll have people learn how to make their favorite kinds of paper airplanes. In fact, now that I think about it, if you and your dad or your mom know how to make a great paper airplane, bring a paper airplane, and it could be cooler than most, and we'll just see how it flies in class. That'll be fun. We're going to talk about that in conjunction with it. Again, we may not get there because sometimes we spend too much time doing fun stuff. But we'll probably talk about airplanes a bit. And They don't flap their wings. Don't forget that. And we'll probably talk, because one of you asked in your book, how do you balance? How does somebody balance? How is that done? That's a deep question. So we're going to talk about it. Maybe we'll have a little journey to our middle ear and understand what happens in the middle ear that lets us balance. That's what we're going to do next time. So all you do is get prepared by being ready to have good questions and things going on, by getting ready to get your notebooks back, and you're going to get bags that are green and they show a desert sort of a scene that's just going to remind you that it's your world, it's your earth. We got to learn smart ways to take care of it and use our brains to take care of it. And then you'll use that to bring, objects of mystery or whatever. So Monday, we're always glad to get objects of mystery. London, your object of mystery, I couldn't have guessed in a million years. None of us could. That was good. And they've all been excellent. But, you've stumped me on a few of these. I didn't even have a close approximation of a guess. You guys be good. Remember who you are. Remember, this isn't just a hat wreck. But sometimes people act like it's just a hat wreck. But not us, because we're going to use our brains. Okay, keep thinking. Take care, you guys.